Well, shemai everyone, how are you all? Well, Dosbarth Enfys, our topic for this week is 3 blind mice, and we are going to create our very own mouse. Look at him. And that's all he is. Now, if you were sensible in your house and you kept your toilet rolls, you could use a toilet roll. That'd be really, really simple. Mrs. Richards had kept them, but Mr. Richards thought he'd be very helpful, and he threw them in the bin. So I've had to create mine out of card. They can be any colour you like. I've gone for this colour because I've gone for like a brownie colour. And all it is, we're going to draw his face on. We're going to blindfold him then. And we're going to put his ears on. So let me show you how I did it. I'm going to put him to one side. So I have got a piece of card that I'm going to roll. But as I say, if you've got toilet rolls, they would be absolutely perfect. So I'm going to carefully put some glue down this end. And that's all I've got is glue, a piece of paper, another piece of paper to make his ears out of, and some string and a black pen. And I've always got pegs. Not because I'm going to put my washing out while I'm here, because it helps me keep my card in place before the glue dries. So I'm going to just roll this tube here. Now my card is quite stiff, so sort of it folds a little bit where I don't want it to. So there we go. I'm just going to hold this with all my muscles, and now I'm going to bring my pegs in to help, like this. And I'm then going to work on his face. Now Mrs. Richards isn't a great artist at all, but that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to do a nose, and then they've got a sort of mouth that comes like this, and then I'm going to give him very long whiskers. I'll do some on this side then. There he is. Now then, his eyes would be going across here, so I'm going to stick this down as if he's blindfolded. Okay, so with my glue, I'm going to put some glue on the piece, and I've got some pattern paper, but you can use anything at all. You could have a bit of fabric, you could have a bit of kitchen roll, you could have a bit of newspaper. It's only to show that he's got a blindfold on, as if they're playing a game. Didn't end very well for them, did it? Because they ended up having their tails chopped off. So I wouldn't think that was a very good game to play around the farmer's wife. Now then, see, this is where Mrs. Richards needs more hands. So I'm now going to bring in more pegs. I've got a few pegs on my desk for this very reason. I'm going to make his ears now. Now, I'm just going to free draw. Actually, I'm just going to cut them. I'm going to go for it. Now, Mr. Richards is using a big scissors, which is always a very good idea. Now, as you can see, Mr. Richards hasn't cut a perfect circle at all. And that is absolutely fine, because I don't think mouse ears are perfect circles anyway. There we go. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas. It was lovely today because I saw lots of my class in our live session. But this is a lovely, easy craft for you to do. And you could make 3 of them, and you could act out and sing the poem, sing the nursery rhyme, couldn't you? And next week we're doing another activity and another poem all about mice. So you will come in handy for next week too. So there we go. I'm going to take my pegs off now. I need to get these to fix to his head now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just flatten him out a little bit, move him around a bit. I'm going to use my scissors now, and I'm just going to gently cut you, just a little cut, and on that side. And I'm going to watch my fingers because they seem to be in the way. And my ears now are just going to carefully tack where I've just cut. Like that, look. Can you see they're just going to tuck in there? There he is. Now, what does a mouse need? They need a tail. So my last job is to do his tail. Now, I've got a very sharp, pointy thing to make my tail with. Mammies and daddies might be better off doing this. If you've got a hole punch, that would work. Or a sharp pencil or a nail. But I think that might be a job for mammies and daddies. And if you're using a toilet roll, it'll be much, much easier because you're only going through one lot of cardboard. So sorry about this, mouse. I'm just sticking something sharp in your bottom. And I've got some of my string here. So I'm going to carefully now, so it doesn't all separate on me, I'm going to carefully thread it through here like this. And I'm going to tie a knot like this so it doesn't pull back out. I'm going to trim that off. And there's my mouse. And because my string is silly string that tends to unravel, I'm going to tie another knot at the end. Otherwise his tail will fall to pieces and that would be a disaster. Oh, there we are, just trimming his tail. And there he is. Now, as you can see, I've made a small mouse, I made a bigger mouse. You can make them whatever size. You can make a whole family of mice if you wanted to. But that's how quick and easy it is to make a mouse for 3 blind mice. Now, obviously, I need to make another one because I've only got 2 blind mice. So I'd have to sing 2 blind mice, 2 blind mice. So there we go. For Dosbarth Enfys, if you were doing this task, I'd love to see pictures of them on Seesaw or on Google Classroom. For anyone else who might be joining in, I hope you're all keeping well. And I shall see you very soon. I just put his ear back in place. There'll be lots of new stories coming and I'll be doing some more crafting. So take care, ffrindiau. Hwyl fawr.